This is Joe Murphy. Welcome to my garage. Here I have set up a planter, and I'm going to be preparing to sprout my tomato plants and cucumber plants and other summer plants that are really quite enjoyable and nice to have as summer goes on. They're delicious. And there's nothing better than a hot tomato fresh from your garden or a cucumber you grew yourself. So far I've put in the seeds for the early jalapenos, the brandywine tomatoes, and the market more cucumber. I'm going to be sowing these Rutgers tomatoes, and then after that I'm probably going to plant some basil in this one. I'm going to leave the rest of these empty for now, and I may in fact plant some other stuff in the future. The first thing you need to know about doing this yourself is that you have to use a special type of soil to start your seeds. You can't just use regular old dirt. Seeds are like little babies. They have to be carefully handled. You can't get them wet. They can't be too cold. You know, you want to also take note that you want a seed that says something like organic or non-GMO on it. A lot of the seed that's available, now let's see if I can get this up before. A lot of the seed that's available for you now, you only get one season out of it, and then it won't, the seeds that sprout out of the plant, they'll be either sterile, or the plant won't have seeds at all. Another thing to look for is the word heirloom. Let's see if I can show that to you there. Not focusing right. Like that, see right there, heirloom. So when the plants are non-GMO or organic or heirloom, the actual fruit that the plant bears will have seeds in it, and those seeds can be saved and replanted next summer. In fact, the jalapenos and the cucumbers, I think, are 2 or 3 seasons old that I'm going to be growing this year. And you can even keep the seeds from the biggest cucumber or the tastiest cucumber and only repopulate that one. But anyway, you work with the seeds, they're very delicate, so you want to use a special type of soil called potting soil. It's sterile. It doesn't have any mold or bugs in it that could eat or damage your seed. Because although seed is inexpensive, it's very valuable. You get the stuff wet, it'll come very, very dry. The potting soil, it'll look like a big bag that should be heavy, but it'll be light. You can pick it up because it's dehydrated. What I did here is I just put it down in this little bucket right there, and I filled the bucket up with water until it got to a workable consistency. Not quite mud and not quite hard-packed dirt. So here I'm just going to put these in. There's instructions are printed on the back. It tells you when and where to print it. Here it says start indoors in a warm, well-lighted area 6 to 8 weeks before planting outdoors. And normally you'd want to move these out around Mother's Day, so early April is a good time to do that. Now you don't want to go putting all your seeds in the ground. You don't need to. If you take a look, they're quite small, the seeds for this tomato plant. And this is actually, this type of Rutgers tomato is really a delicious tomato. But I would take it, and it says on there, and I've reprinted here, 1/4 inch depth. So you just kind of drop them in there and cover over with a little dirt. And this could be a really important skill to have if we're going to continue with these shutdowns. You might have a problem getting food at supermarkets and so on and so forth. So it might be wise to get a hold of this. A good supply of organic, heirloom, or non-GMO seed could continue producing food for a long time. Tomatoes, fresh tomatoes are always popular. A couple extra seeds, I'm just going to put them in there. Never hurts in case one didn't. Now once I get them in, just in order to support the germination process, I'm going to give each cup a little spritz, and that is my Rutgers. And I'm going to move through next with my basil, but that's basically how you get your seeds started. Now the other thing I like to do is leave the light on, and then this kit, which was actually very inexpensive, it didn't come with any dirt, and the stickers I made myself, but it comes with this clear plastic top, and that allows the almost like a greenhouse here for this stuff. You'll see perspiration or condensation form in there, so it really helps that to protect the seedlings, particularly the little tiny seedlings, from temperature fluctuations, and it keeps the moisture in longer. So that's the basics of starting to plant your seeds. Remember those things I said. You want to use a potting soil. Usually if you're going to use it for plants, it'll have pictures of plants on it. You want to be careful with your seeds and look for seeds, particularly seeds that say heirloom, but also in many cases ones that say organic or non-GMO will work, because you want to be able to save the seeds of your fruit for reuse next summer. And then you want to have something like this. It doesn't necessarily have to be this thing. I think this was $6 or $7. But you can even use something as simple as an old egg carton and saran wrap. The light keeps it warm. And again, about a month before Mother's Day, you could start this as a project in your garage or even in your kitchen. Just keep it warm is what you want to do. All right, well that's that one group, and I'll post some more videos of this as we progress.